Hi learners, welcome to our channel Python Programming. In this session, let's deal with conditional and control statements in Python. Conditional and control statements are fundamental constructs that allow programs to make decisions and execute different blocks of code based on specific conditions. They are crucial for controlling the flow of execution within a program. So we can define a conditional statement as a statement which controls the flow of execution of the statements. This statement determines the order in which the statements are to be executed. They are also known as selection control or conditional branching statements. Conditional statements transfer control from one part of the program to other part of the program by checking whether a particular condition is met or not. Python provides four forms of conditional statements: simple if else, if else ladder, nested if. Let's start with the first one, simple if statement. This is the simplest form of conditional statement and which is frequently used during making decisions. It is associated with a condition, and based on the result of the condition, the statements will be executed or not executed. The syntax of if statement is if followed by condition, which is followed by colon, and the statements to be executed if the condition is true should be given with one proper indentation below the if statement. Finally, we are having statement X, which does not belong to the if structure. It is following the if structure. This is a flow diagram to have a clear view about the if statement. Here, we are checking a condition and the result of the condition is going to be either true or false. So, the statements 1, 2, 3 up to n, which are given below the if statement, are going to be executed if and only if the condition is true. Hence, if the condition is true, the statements 1, 2, 3, etc. up to n are executed in the sequence, and the control is going to be transferred to the statement X, which follows the if construct. But if the condition is false, no statement inside the if construct is going to be executed. The control is going to be transferred directly to the statement X, which follows the if statement. Let's see some simple programs using if statement. The first one, a program to increment a number if it is greater than 10. That's it. So we are reading a number using the input method in a variable n. And all the input read by input method are going to be raw string, and we have to convert it into integer, and hence input method is enclosed by int method. Now after reading a value in n, we are checking if n is greater than 10. Colon must be preceded with, colon must be followed with a condition, and if the condition is true, the value of n will be incremented by 1. And the statement which follows the if construct here is print n, which does not belong to the if construct. Let us assume that we are giving an input value n is equal to 15. What will happen? The value of 15 is going to be checked with 10. 15 greater than 10. The condition is true. And the control is now going to get inside the if construct. So the value of n will be incremented by 1. 15 plus 1, 16. And the new value of n is 16. And after incrementing the value of n, the interpreter will be coming to the next statement which follows the if construct, print n. Now we are going to have the output 16 on our screen. Let us assume that we are giving a value of 5 to the variable n. Now the condition is checked with the help of if 5 greater than 10, condition is false. If the condition is false, the interpreter will never execute the statement inside the if construct. It is directly coming to the statement which follows the if construct, which is print n. Now we are getting the output 5 on the screen. Let's see one more example. Let's write a program to check whether you are eligible to vote or not. So to check the eligibility for voting, we are reading the age of the candidate as input. And we are checking the condition if age greater than 18, then only the candidate is eligible for voting. And so we are printing you are eligible to vote inside the if construct. And we are displaying a thank you message which is following the if construct. Let's see some example inputs. Let us assume that the input given by the user is 15. So age is equal to 15 and if statement will check 15 against 18. 15 greater than 18, no condition is false. So the interpreter will not execute the statement inside the if construct. It will be directly coming to the statement thank you. The output we are getting on the screen would be thank you message. What will happen if the user is giving the value of 25 to age? 25 is greater than 18, the condition is true. And the interpreter will enter the if construct and it is going to display you are eligible to vote on the screen. And then it is coming for executing the statement which follows the if construct. And here we are having thank you message. So we are having you are eligible to vote, thank you on the screen. Stay tuned and happy learning.